Hello members of the Geo Farm. This is Goldwinger 55 and I'm installing a Chrome Accessories electronic fuse box on my 2014 Geo 1800. Currently I'm holding it 12.1 volts after about a 20-minute charge. What happened, I installed this, as you can see down. I installed a couple devices. Here goes to my J&M communicator connector that goes on my grab bar, and it's on the 12 volt keyed side. Here on the 12 volt continuous power is my positive for my oscillator, going to a 10 amp fuse, and that also has a 10 amp fuse running back to the rear, to the oscillator, where it's grounded in the rear. I hooked up the lights to the bike for, as you can see, my signals, orange, blue, my tail running lights. Also I use for my accessories, and also my brake light. Hopefully this is connector C15 that I have here from some very expert tutelage. I just hope I grabbed the right connector. And the wires from on Goldwing, which are the signal wires and brake lines, all those wires are coming out of this connector and mate up with what the wires are coming out of the electronic fuse bus. Out to the bike, I have just yellow green. This is ground. This is supposed to be keyed, wired to a keyed power source, and I believe I have this wire to it for accessories. This is where my oscillator was wired to, but now it's on the electronic fuse bus. I currently have it grounded, and the positive coming from the electronic fuse bus. It's fused here. This also has a relay here, protection, and it's wired to the battery. The issue I came out to this morning, or this afternoon rather, was that the voltage was down to 3.3 volts. Currently, like I say, after pulling the battery out, charging about 20 minutes, I'm holding steady at roughly 12 volts, 12.1. With the charger, I'm only getting 13, 14. I'm hoping the alternator's not going bad. But this battery itself, someone had written is a one previous owner, had replaced this battery May of 2012, making it 5.5 years old. And I believe that's really, really old, particularly for a car battery, and probably even more particular for a motorcycle battery. So I'm thinking maybe this needs to be replaced if it's not going to keep a current charge or is leaking down. I do keep a battery tender that I had wired to the battery, usually pretty routinely at night. I'll take and put it on the battery tender to maintain it. So what I'm looking for here from the farm is, did I wire this correctly to C15? As you can see, they're just running lights and brake lights to the electronic fuse bus, as you can see here. Currently on the accessory side, I have nothing wired into it. That's why I want to wire my LEDs down the side. But at this point, I'm at a standstill until I make sure I get all this figured out. And on the other side again, I have 12 volt key power for the controller. I've turned the bike on and tested it to make sure it came on, but more importantly that it's off when the power source is not off. And this other one, as I said before, is a fuse connection back to the isolator that's grounded in the rear. This is actually on 12 volt powered side. And I have wiring on the trailer and some LEDs and some flashing lights on it for visibility. So I'm looking for any clues that either I have something wired incorrectly, or I probably need to go ahead and replace this battery being this old, because I'm getting ready to leave for a week-long trip out of state, and I do not want to be broke down with electrical problem beside the road, or the bike may drain and not start. So I'm due to leave out in just 3 days, and I'm hoping I get this nipped in the bud, as Barney would say, to make sure I once again feel confident in it. As for the battery I've read in many forums that when you let off the gas, it goes under just running power, that the lights do dim, especially hit the brake lights. So that may be the way a Goldwing is, or particularly for more so when I've got this battery on it. Because the only lights I have on the wing are just halogen lights, and I do have cowl lights up front. No PIA, no accessory outside running lights on the bike at this time. So I'm wondering if it's going to be too much of a load on this battery. So any helps, any thoughts, any comments to the way I have it wired and may not have it wired correctly? As you can see here, my lead comes short. I'm maintaining about a little over 5 minutes, and I'm at 12.08 volts. So I appreciate any comments. Thank you very much.